and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back here to match previews. It has been such a long time. We have been waiting for this moment, but Barcelona, they are back. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing everything to come from Mallorca against Barcelona. La Liga is set to resume, and we are excited for that. The gap at the top is slender. We cannot afford any mistakes. And in today's video, we're going to be finding out all about our opposition, exactly what Barcelona have in store for Mallorca, and what we can expect from Saturday's game. Let's do this! Kickoff will be coming to us at 10 p.m. local time from Mallorca, and here, guys, are the kickoff times right around the world. Where you are, wherever you are, you will want to get involved in this one. And of course, in Spain right now, we may see some later kickoff times, given the fact that we're now going to be playing in the Spanish summertime. So certainly at times, the temperature there, it's going to be ramped up to the max. The pressure is on. Barcelona cannot afford to fail. Elsewhere in La Liga, breathing down our necks, are Real Madrid. They're not going to be in action there until the day after Barça. They're going to be facing relegation-threatened Eibar on Sunday. 16th place currently, Eibar stand. And that game there is going to be coming live from the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium, which is, of course, where Real Madrid will be playing all of their remaining home games after renovations being done on the Bernabeu. And I think already there, you're looking at the league table, just 2 points separating us from Real Madrid. Like I say, no room for error, 11 games to go. We have to keep that lead. We have to maintain that nice gap there between us and Real. And of course, us playing beforehand, the day before, we've got a chance there to extend that gap to 5 points before Real Madrid play. Put the pressure on, hand all of the responsibility over to them. Let's get our job done, and let's do it well. Because on Saturday, Barcelona will be making the trip there to the Balearic Islands to the newly named Visit Mallorca Estadi. Although for this game, as we know, nobody at all will be visiting the stadium. It'll be played there completely behind closed doors. And I think, to be honest, losing their fans there, as it would for any club, but for Mallorca, I think it's really, really significant. A club in this situation right now, they're scrapping for points, they're down there in the relegation zone, and I think certainly they're giving a good account of themselves this season, but they've relied upon that home form to give them that lift, to give them that boost. And actually, before the break, I was feeling a little bit nervous about coming to Mallorca because they did have a very decent home record, and I do feel as though losing that home support will have an effect on them on Saturday. Because when you look here at exactly what Mallorca are capable of, you can see that quite comfortably in the league, they have the worst away record by a country mile, just 5 points all season away from home, whereas at home, they are much, much stronger, and they've had some very, very good results at home. We cannot write Mallorca off here just because they are languishing there in the relegation places. Don't think they're not going to come with a significant challenge on Saturday, because look, they're going to see it as an opportunity. First game back after the break, maybe teams might start a little bit slowly, and Mallorca are the kind of teams who will look to take advantage of that. And let's be real here, Barcelona away from home this season, we've been shaky. We've drawn with newly promoted Osasuna. We've lost to newly promoted Granada. We've had other disappointment as well. We've lost to Athletic. We've lost there to Levante. And all that means that right now, we have just the 5th best away record in the league. Which, to be honest, for a club like Barcelona, that is shocking. We have to improve away from home. We cannot afford any more mistakes on the road, because at this stage of the season, every mistake, it will be costly. And just to highlight Mallorca's characteristics and the way they can pull off a result, to highlight the mistakes, Real Madrid will know all about that, because earlier on this season, they lost here to Mallorca by a 1-0. Brilliant goal it was from Lago Jr. And I think certainly that just highlights there, Mallorca are capable of an upset. They've had brilliant results at home against Valencia, against Villarreal, by significant margins on the day. We cannot afford to take them lightly. And I think it's very interesting here when we look at the comparison between the two teams, and in particular, I like looking here at the distribution of goals throughout all of Mallorca's home games, and likewise here with all of Barcelona's away games. And I think it's very, very interesting here, because you can see from this graphic that Barcelona tend to concede the majority of their away goals in the second half of games. Now, what does that tell you? Did we see their fatigue? Does it show the team were mentally and physically tiring there in the second half of games, thereby conceding more goals in that period? But we've also conceded quite an alarming amount of goals in the the opening 15 minutes too, which again, all comes down to concentration, to being focused, to being ready. As soon as that whistle goes, you've got to be organised. And I think certainly Barcelona, when you look at the amount of goals Mallorca score in that same period, we will have to start the game quickly, efficiently, and we have to stay focused to get this win. But look, in general, guys, I think the first game back here after quite a long absence here of several months without playing football, I think we do have to keep, coming into this game, our expectations very, very realistic. Because look, we're all excited for Barca to come back. Nobody is more excited than we are right here. Everybody cannot wait to see what we've got, and we want to see improvement from the team. But I really do have to stress, we've got to be patient. We have to give the players here time to get back into their rhythm, to get used to playing there in a completely empty stadium. It is going to be a very, very different game to what we left it several months ago. And I think certainly we do have to allow to get back up to speed there, all of the players. So I wouldn't be expecting a massive, massive performance and a brilliant, brilliant result in this kind of game. In terms of performance, I hope that we do see some gradual improvements. I hope we do see maybe the fitness of the players improving as we go along. And of course the result, we've got to win. Regardless of coming back in here, regardless of getting up to speed, we still have to get the 3 points. But just in terms of that performance, please stay patient. The players will take some time, but of course, we're still hoping to see that improvement. One major boost though, and one major improvement for Barcelona will be the expected return of the man who starred in the reverse fixture back in December, and of course, it's Luis Suárez. He was absolutely brilliant in the home game against Mallorca there, 5-2 in Barcelona's favour, and of course you'll all remember that absolutely astounding back heel finish there from Luis Suárez. And although right now we don't yet know whether Suárez is going to start the game, whether he'll be absolutely right there to play from the start, or maybe he's going to come off the bench and have an impact there in the second half. It is going to be there, his first game since surgery back in January. But I think whether he starts or whether he comes on, either way, it's a massive boost for Quique Setién to have Suárez available again. Because as you can see right here, even despite their quite a lengthy absence from the team, Suárez remains our second highest goal scorer, and not only that either, but our second highest assist maker. And I think given under Setién, one of our problems has actually been putting the ball in the back of the net, actually scoring goals and putting teams away in games. I think Suárez coming back, he's a player who's going to help with that. He can help ease the pressure there around Griezmann, around Messi for the goals. Suárez can get them too. And I think in general, it's just going to be really nice once again that coming into a game like this and for the rest of the season, to have that trio back together, we'll be able to call upon the services of Messi, of Suárez, of Griezmann, MSG. It seems like it's been a long, long time since we've even spoken there about that kind of trio. And I think in the right conditions, under Setién now, it'll be the first time that we actually see the trio all together. And I think now that in the games to come, we should have there a real idea and a true feeling of what Setién can bring to this team. Because now with that trio, there is opportunities to score more goals. I think everybody thought, before the break, we weren't scoring enough, maybe we weren't creating enough in front of goal. But now with Suárez back, you add that there to Griezmann, to Messi. We've got players as well coming back from injury, but in particular that trio, that will allow Setién more options in game, even if they don't all start together, even if they're not all on the pitch at the same time. It still gives you different solutions. It still gives him their variations in the tactics that he wants to use. And he is a coach who will try different things. He will try different sort of structures, different sort of formations, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly how they perform, both individually and also there as a collective. Because as we know, Suárez, Messi, Griezmann, they have the ability, they have the tools to take any defence apart. And believe me, over the next few weeks, we are going to need every single player to step up, to show what you're made of, to prove your worth to the Barcelona shirt. Strap yourselves in, guys. This is going to be a roller coaster ride. There's going to be ups, there may be downs, and there's going to be big challenges for us along the way. But you know what? Football is back. Barcelona are back, and we are going to enjoy every single second of it. So please leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, on your expectations heading into this game. What are you expecting from Mallorca? What are you expecting here from Barcelona? And what kind of game do you see playing out on Saturday? Coming up very, very soon, we're going to have some tactical analysis going into this game. And I'm also going to be speaking about Quique Setién in his pre-match press conference. All of that build-up, it's still yet to come. But until next time, as always, Visca! El Barça.